It was early 1970s. Those were tumultuous times. There was change in the air. The time was rife with new ideas, and the youth wanted to be independent and build a future. A young factory manager in Bird and Hilger's group, Mr. Supriya Datta, was full of dreams and ambitions. It was during his tenure at Bird and Hilger that he first came across the material fiberglass. He saw the making of the composite consisting of bitumen and fiberglass. As a man of foresight, he immediately understood the potential of this new element. In 1972, Mr. Datta left his job and along with his friend Mr. Himadri Roy Chaudhary rented a garage in Sham Bazaar in North Calcutta and thus started the fairy tale of Fibro Plastichem. Within a year of founding the company, with just 4 people, they realized it had to expand. At that time, they were catering to small suppliers, but the volume of work was ever increasing. They were proven right as they received their first bulk order from a Ghatshila-based company, Hindustan Copper. 1973. The Belgharia factory was founded by Mr. Datta along with Mr. Himadri Roy Chaudhary, Mr. T.C. Roy Chaudhary and Mr. K.K. Foni. Within a year, Mr. A.K. Gupta joined the company as its first chairman. Technical innovation, foresight, diversification, and a modern approach were at the heart of this company's mission and vision. In 1974, Fibro Plastichem became the first Indian company to utilize the filament winding machine. Even when the orders were pending and business was slow, Mr. Datta had the foresight and optimism to expand the factory and the workforce. In 1975, Built, Karwar and Hindustan Paper Corporation became the first 2 major clients of the company, and there was no looking back from then on. During the same time, Fibro Plastichem utilized the services of some major consultants, FLACT being the main one. It was FLACT that made Fibro Plastichem a national name. However, the journey wasn't always smooth. Just like life, there were ups and downs. Early 1980s saw a slump in the industrial sector, and most companies saw a slowdown. Fibro Plastichem was no exception. Again, it was the core values of the company that saved it. Mr. Datta realized the company needed to diversify and thus started the long-standing relationship with the Indian Railways. It all started with a small order of making 70 coach windows, which slowly expanded to orders worth crores of rupees. It was also this association that led the company to go through the process of its first big automation. Till then, most products were made by hand. In 1985, the company initiated the use of compression molding machines to build the coach windows. From then on, till the early 2000s, this association kept on flourishing and saw Fibro Plastichem go from strength to strength. During this period, Fibro Plastichem also invested heavily with an eye on expansion. A new unit was created in Daman off the coast of Western India, as well as properties were brought in Chennai and in Dankuni, Kolkata. However, between 2000 and 2002, Fibro Plastichem witnessed an unprecedented unrest in the company. It was a struggle for survival. However, the ironclad determination was never missing. During this period, Fibro Plastichem had to sell the properties that it had acquired to stay afloat. By 2005, the company had slowly started to turn around. It is during this period that the directors realized that only catering to the railways was not enough. it needed to expand its horizons again. In 2007-2008, Fibro Plastichem started a new project of building fiberglass pipes under the supervision of Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. The project came to fruition, and in 2010, Kolkata Municipal Corporation asked Fibro Plastichem to produce these pipes for the prestigious and ambitious project of modernizing the sewerage system of Kolkata. These pipes were to be inserted inside the British-built brickwork of the sewerage system. Testing and development of these pipes were going on in full swing. The delivery of the first lot was also complete. Then all of a sudden, like a bolt from the blue, in 2011, the order were cancelled. Materials worth crores of rupees literally and ironically went down the drains. The situation became so bad that the company was again on the verge of selling its assets. However, with the help of loans from the banks, the catastrophe was avoided. Again, the fight for survival began. The indomitable spirit of the directors prevailed again. They started looking for ways to use the same machine to manufacture other products. Fibro Plastichem started manufacturing pressure vessels and surely enough established itself as a leading player within a year by 2012. This was the key turnaround for the company. Its reputations grew by leaps and bounds. This was also the timeout when Fibro Plastichem started manufacturing fiberglass electric poles, which are still standing in Haldia, Digha and Kolkata. In 2013, Mr. Shushanto Mitro joined Fibro Plastichem as its first CEO.
I am proud to be associated with Fibro for a decade directly and more than 2.5 decades indirectly as a well-wisher for the group. It gives immense pleasure for me to say in this 50th year anniversary.
During this period, Fibro Plastichem started appointing distributors for its pressure vessels all over India. Also, there was a major push to expand all the arms of its business. By 2014-2015, Fibro Plastichem was exporting its tanks and pipes to countries like Bangladesh, Syria, Jordan and Indonesia. They also started supplying fiberglass poles to Canada and Mauritius. Amid this period of growth, like a bolt from the blue, Mr. Supriya Datta, the life force behind the company, passed away in 2017.
আজ আমাদের পথ চলার 50 বছর আরও আগামী 100 বছরের লক্ষ্যে আজ আমরা এই মঞ্চ থেকে তার সূচনায় ব্রতী হলাম। উন্নতভাবে প্রযুক্তিগতভাবে আমাদের আরও এগোতে গেলে বিশ্বের মানচিত্রে স্থান করতে গেলে আমাদের আরও প্রযুক্তিগতভাবে উন্নতি করতে হবে। তাই আজ আমি আমার সমস্ত সহকর্মী এবং কর্মীবৃন্দকে এবং সহযোগী অর্গানাইজেশনসের সহায়তায় এই কোম্পানিকে এই উন্নত প্রযুক্তির বাহক হয়ে আরও 100 বছর চলার অঙ্গীকারবদ্ধ হলাম।
Towards the end of that same year, the directors received a call to be informed that Tata Steel has shown an interest in Fibro Plastichem and they want to visit the factory for a prospective joint venture. That the giant of the industry has shown an interest in Fibro Plastichem showed how far the reputation of the company has reached. After initial discussions, orders were placed and Tata Steel became a major client of Fibro Plastichem. This association has remained intact and has only grown from then on. Then came the cursed pandemic in 2020. Fibro Plastichem's production came to a halt in the morning of 26th March. After much negotiation and with the help of Tata Steel, Fibro Plastichem restarted its production provided that they could build quarantine facilities for the Kerala government. Fibro Plastichem came out with flying colors. Once the production started, there was no looking back. They never laid off any staff or reduced their wages. Rather, the directors bought a bus to transport their employees when public transport came to halt. That bus is still carrying their staffs to factory every day. Fibro Plastichem also provided its outstation workers with food and shelter free of cost during the lockdown period. The turnover of the company actually went up to rupees 70 crores during this period.
আমি শ্রী শ্রবণ কুমার দে এই কোম্পানির যখন 1.5 বছর বয়স তখন আমি এই কোম্পানিতে কর্মস্থলে ঢুকি এবং সেই কোম্পানি আজ 50 বছর হতে যাচ্ছে।
By 2021, Fibro Plastichem was making products like pultrusions, gratings, porta cabins and modular toilets. Fibro Plastichem also became the first Indian company to use composites to build walkways and bridges. And in this very year, the two capable sons of Mr. Supriya Datta and son of Mr. Himadri Roy Chaudhary were able to fulfill the dream of making Fibro Plastichem a 100 crore company.
আমি শ্রী ইন্দ্রনীল রায়চৌধুরী মেসার্স ফাইব্রো প্লাস্টিকেম ইন্ডিয়া প্রাইভেট লিমিটেডের একজন বর্তমান ডাইরেক্টর। আমার এই কোম্পানির সঙ্গে পথ চলা শুরু 2002 খ্রিস্টাব্দের 1 ফেব্রুয়ারি থেকে। কিন্তু আমার পথ চলা শুরু হওয়ার 1 মাসের মধ্যেই নেমে আসে এক বিপর্যয়। আমার পিতা মারা যান 2002 খ্রিস্টাব্দের 8ই মার্চ। কিন্তু দত্ত সাহেবের স্নেহের হাত সেই অভাব আমাকে কোনোদিন বুঝতে দেয়নি। আমি আমার পথ অতিক্রান্ত করে এগিয়ে চলেছি।
Dear friends, none of this would have been possible without your commitment, dedication and support.
Dear colleagues and friends, এই 50 বছরের পূর্তিতে সাদর আমন্ত্রণ। আমিও খুবই আনন্দিত আপনাদের সঙ্গে যোগদান করতে পেরে। আমরা যেভাবে এগোচ্ছি সেইভাবেই এগোবো, খালি একটু আন্তর্জাতিক বিজনেসের দিকে বেশি নজর দেবো। আমি আপনাদের সবাইকে এনজয়েবল ডে হিসাবে সেলিব্রেট করতে বলছি, আর ফিউচারে যাতে আমরা আরও বড় হতে পারি তার জন্য আপনাদের সবাইকে রিকোয়েস্ট করছি।
Hello everyone, this is Pankaj from Owens Corning. Many congratulations to everyone in Fibro Plastichem on your golden jubilee year.
My heartfelt congratulations to the Fibro Plastichem team to have completed 50 years of operation in its golden jubilee year.
First, let me congratulate Team Fibro Plastichem for having achieved a fantastic half a century of wonderful work for the country's growth.
Congratulations on this big occasion and many wishes for future success.
I congratulate Fibro Plastichem for completing 50 glorious years of existence. For a company to thrive for 50 years needs resilience, needs innovativeness, the ability to constantly change with time, and above all, needs the ability to take people along. FPC, Fibro Plastichem, has shown all these abilities. In my 4 years of association with FPC, I have seen its leaders to be empathetic. They care for their people. I've seen their leaders to adapt and adopt technology, to lap up new ideas and be innovative in implementing those in real life. And above all, they have the fire in the belly to grow into the future. Our dear friend Dr. Iyer, who is a prominent engineer in composites, he found in FPC a receptacle for his knowledge. He found in FPC a set of people who could not only absorb his knowledge but translate those into real products. The first ever Indian composite bridge made by FPC is available for people to walk on, for people to drive golf carts on in Jamshedpur. The third such bridge is being made in the Jungle Trail in Jamshedpur. Such is the nature of innovativeness and eagerness to grow into the new future of FPC. I am grateful to the leaders of FPC for shaking hands with Tata Steel in partnership. I am grateful to FPC for getting into new technologies. I wish them all the best for the future as I congratulate them for the last 50 years. I wish them glorious next 50 years, next 100 years and next 150 years. I look forward to a strong partnership between FPC and Tata Steel in the decades, centuries ahead. All the very best.
We have overcome extremely challenging times because we fought shoulder to shoulder. Every single member of this enterprise, from the CEO to the lowest worker, has given his sweat and blood to this company.
আজ 26শে সেপ্টেম্বর 2022 আজকে আমরা এসেছি এই কোম্পানির যিনি প্রতিষ্ঠাতা সুপ্রিয় দত্তর স্মরণে এবং আমাদের 50 বছর পূর্তি উপলক্ষে আজকে আমরা সবাই মিলে একসঙ্গে জড়ো হয়েছি এবং এই যে জড়ো হওয়াটা এটা কিন্তু আমাদের সবার কাছে একটা অসামান্য সময়ের আজকের দিনে কেননা 50টা বছর পেরিয়ে আসার পেছনে যাদের নিরলস পরিশ্রম প্রচুর যারা ঘাম ঝরিয়েছিলেন তারা অনেকেই আজ হয়তো আমাদের মধ্যে নেই কিন্তু অনেকেই আজ আমাদের মধ্যে আছে যারা আছে তাদেরকে আমি আমার অকুণ্ঠ শ্রদ্ধা ভালোবাসা জানাই আর যারা নেই তাদের প্রতি আমার রইল প্রণাম আমি চাই আমরা আগামী দিনে যেন এইভাবে এগিয়ে চলতে পারি আর আমরা যেন প্রত্যেকের কাছে সম্মানিত হই এটুকুই আমার প্রার্থনা
So we heartily recognize and applaud your contribution. And on this auspicious occasion of the 75th anniversary of our independence, let us pledge to stand equally united in the future and build a bigger and better company and a more prosperous India. Jai Hind.